Hey guys, I really literally forgot what day it was. And also, this stupid thing looks crooked again. Is it crooked? I don't know why, like I'm looking at it. My camcorder. I just have to see something. Is it not crooked? I'm really like going crazy. Also, I am wearing a top. Sometimes I feel like when I look in there like that, it looks like I have no clothes on. And the reason I'm paranoid about that is because, wow, I went tanning, but I really need to go again. When I first started doing video, when was it? When did I start doing video? I started blogging in 2007. Maybe it was 2008. Yeah, because then in 2009, in January, I went to New York. That's when I first met Gary Vee. And I was at a conference. And these two guys walked up to me. And I'd never met them before, but we were at a, Mr. Flo, there you go, Mr. Flo. We were at I think beer and bloggers kind of event or something. And I really didn't know at that time that anybody was reading my blog. And apparently some people had passed it on. And this guy walks over, he's like, hi, nice to meet you. I'm not gonna say his name. But then he's like, say his partner was Phil or whatever. He's like, Phil, come on over. You gotta see it's that girl that she does the vlogs and it looks like she doesn't have a shirt on. Yeah. So anyway, I got my hair trimmed in case you're wondering why it looks so perfect. As opposed to my, I have no makeup on and my face has been really peeling lately. I don't know what's going on. I think I've been having like major allergies going on. Like I'm sneezing, my skin's been peeling. Don't say it's from tanning because it's not. If it was from tanning, it'd be all over my body. It's just my face. And I'm not using, I use Retin-A like 2 times a week. So I don't think it's that. Anyway, I wanted to talk today. A couple things. Some of you guys had asked me about the new, oh actually that's Kathy, the new DVDs I have from Beachbody, which I will give you my first impression. I haven't even watched them yet, but I did want to tell you a couple things. But I wanted to talk today overall because I brought my calendar in here to show you guys something, to show you a point. But I think that to give you a theme, because you guys know how I ramble on, the theme of what I'm talking about is simplicity, because I had 2 things I wanted to talk to you guys about today that I've referenced before. One is my calendar that I'm using. You know, two tools that I'm using for tracking everything I'm doing from now until my goal date is FitDay. So I use fitday.com, but I also have it on, hold on, I'm getting a strange text. Oh, Verizon. Okay, I have a very high cell phone bill and I need to find out why. I think I called about that already. Okay, anyway, getting off track. On here, I have FitDay Mobile, as you can see. You probably can't see. I also have Strawberry Shortcake and Barbie on there for my niece. I have several nieces. But anyway, so I use FitDay. And as I thought about telling you guys about both FitDay, I don't make any money by telling you about FitDay. I'm just saying that's the platform that I'm using to track calories. I'm sure there's a ton of other ones, but that one is, I think I upgraded. I spend like $30 a year, but it's a really good tool because I love that I can enter all my foods and look up foods and then say there's something like the Skinny Cow ice cream sandwiches, or if I'm having a Kind bar, you know, and I want to enter that, you can customize any food you want. So that's cool. But with using something like FitDay, you can also, if you're not using moderation, which is the theme of what I'm talking about today. Did I say that earlier? Moderation is what I'm trying to say. If you don't use that and have an awareness of, I need to just use this as a tool and not let it get me obsessed, you're gonna be in trouble. And the same thing about this, and the reason I'm thinking about my calendar is, remember you guys, I told you, I think when I did my vlog on Tuesday, my polar, I have to get a different band because I ripped the band. So I've had to work out without my polar for the past couple of days, and I was kind of getting all like flustered and freaked out about it because I'm so used to knowing, I love having that on. I love knowing the calories that I've burned. I love just comparing, I guess, how high my heart rate gets with Insanity versus like Tony Horton's Plyo or whatever. Just, I really, it's more, I'm comparing with a lot of these. And as I haven't had it the past couple of days, it's forced me to realize that when I used to record my workouts on a calendar, so this is what I'm doing, you guys. This is not rocket science, but as you can see, this is the month of April, right? And what I do is every day I go on here, and like on Sundays, you can see I'm usually off on Sundays. I like to have one day a week that I'm off, and I like to really leave Sundays for church and kind of just vegging out. But I record my workout each day, and then I personally, like, I rate it. Was that a great workout? Was that just kind of an average? So I give it at the most 5 stars, and obviously at the least would be 1 star. Sometimes I'll even do 3.5 stars, which means it was really good. It was almost a 4, which is what I would say. 4 and 5 are perfect, right? 3.5, you know, whatever. And then if I'm taking my polar, I'll record the calories on here too. But the past couple of days, I did record calories because I did workouts where I know, and I recorded them and tagged them on my blog. I know exactly what I burn. But I used to, when I was doing this years ago, I didn't have a polar. Now, I'm not saying I don't need a polar. I really like that. I like I told you guys, monitoring how fast my heart rate can get up there and how fast it can come back down. That's good for us. And I like just seeing that visual of the calories that I'm burning and just kind of comparing what I get. It's more of a comparative, and I've come to a comfort level with that. And certainly when you're running, a heart rate monitor is great to pace yourself. But as I haven't had it for the past couple of days, it's made me realize when I used to do this, you guys, and I was saying I'm trying to get back to a lot of the habits that worked for me before these past 2 crazy years. I would do this exact same thing that you're seeing here, but I didn't have a polar. So I would just write down, like, I did Tybo, and I would put like volume, you know, back then that was the most of my cardio. So I just put Tybo, you know, number 8, and then I put, you know, whether it was a 4-star workout or whatever, and then I put my stars. But either way, I still had this, like, the ability to look at my calendar and go, okay, I'm kicking butt. Now, you know, like today's Thursday, so I'm gonna record my workout here, and I'm gonna have a kick butt week this week. Now, last week, I had 4 workouts. That to me is like, okay. That's what I call like maybe a B- week. For me, I'm trying to aim for 6 days a week, an hour or less. 5 days a week is fine. That would be what I consider maybe a B+, and then 4 days a week is like a B-. Anything below that, I think I'm getting into C+, and that's just average. That's like whatever. This is my rules, people. It's just what I'm going by. Up here, I had 5 workouts, so that was a good week. Here was 4. This week it's going to be 6. And just having that visual is just, it's another thing to keep you going, so that when you do have 2 or 3 days where you haven't done it, and maybe if you just left it to your mind to not, you know, to think about it, if you see that it's on here and you're not recording anything, you're inevitably going to be thinking about it a little bit more. Whereas if you're not recording it on something and you're not keeping yourself accountable, it's easier and easier to lapse into like a regular period of non-activity. And then before you know it, it's 2 or 3 months and you're like, damn, what's up? I haven't lost, you know, I've lost 1 pound, or maybe worse yet, you know, you gained 4 or 5. These are the details, and you've all got to find out what works for you. This is what's working for me. I'm already at 8:37, blabbing. But also with Fit Day, okay? Now, I record it on my phone if I'm out and about, but I record it in my, on my computer. But the other thing to think about with that is, I remember when I first started recording calories, sorry, I know I'm being a little obsessive about my hair. When I first started recording calories, not just in a book, like where I would just record calories, when you record it on something like this, where it also has, you know, your carbs, your fiber, you know, all of those kind of details, it can be a little tempting to try to get your perfect day. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, I'll go in there, I've had my breakfast, I'll enter my coffee. With what I put in my coffee, I enter whatever I had for breakfast, and then if I'm here, you know, I'm going to enter my lunch, and then I already have an idea. Oh, I'm at 900 calories for the day. So I have an idea of what I can do for dinner. And if I happen to glance down, it gives you like a pie chart, and it'll say, you know, 25% fat, 25% protein, 50% carbs. You know, for me, okay, I'm not on a comp diet, so that's fine for me. But I do find myself, if I had like one day, I had 2 eggs for breakfast, there's some fat in there, right? And then I had I'm trying to think. Some of the little things that you're not aware of have a little bit more fat than others. And I can find myself becoming a little obsessive, okay? Where I'm like, oh wait, I'm at 27% fat and 23% protein. I've got to even it out. And that's where I have to catch myself and go, Kelly, are you proud of overall the good food that you ate? Did you work out? Have you stayed? Let it go. Because I do remember a time, you guys, and this is kind of what predicated my 2 years of madness. I would sit in front of that thing for like an hour and try to make out the perfect day, the perfect percentage of protein, the perfect percentage of fat, the perfect amount of calories. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I've just spent an hour of my day analyzing what I should put in my damn mouth. I mean, it shouldn't be that simple. Less is better, not starving yourself, but you know, stay active, eat healthy, keep an overall bracket, right? But don't get obsessive. So with using your polar heart rate monitor, or if you use another brand, shame on you, I'm just saying what? If you're using tools like FitDay or a Body Bug or whatever, just use it as a tool, but don't, you know, take it from me, someone who's trying to like get into a 12-step recovery program for being a psycho with dieting and working out, and kind of wasting a lot of the better part of 2 years. Don't get obsessed. Don't let yourself get obsessed. Be reasonable and you will have far more success, and also enjoy your life along the way. I mean, I'm so excited. I get new workouts like this and like, wow, I'm like a kid in a candy store. I shouldn't have said candy store. It's a fitness blog. Now, I have to stop talking because I'm almost at 12 minutes, but here's what I'm going to tell you. Number one, yesterday I had a horrible stomach ache. My plan was I wanted to do cardio and yoga. I started to do my cardio. I think I was going to do this. I was going to do one-on-one legs, and I started getting cramps right away. My stomach was just bloated, so I went right into, is this right? I did this yoga, which is like a 40-minute yoga DVD Tony Horton made up because everybody was complaining that 90 minutes was too much. I felt so good that I didn't give up. I didn't say, oh, I've got a stomach ache, I'm just not going to work out. I did yoga. Furthermore, yoga got rid of my stomach ache. Boom. 2 observations. I have not watched these yet, but what I will tell you is, just so you know, Shaun T looks a lot different. Look at that beard. So the cool thing about the Beachbody Insanity so far, which I like, you know, they have your calendar of what you're doing month 1, right? Then they have 2 kind of, if you want to mix Insanity up with the Asylum up with the original Insanity, I'm just going to say it. Personally, I don't know why I'd want to do that like quadruple cardio. I don't see that, but for those of you, go nutty. Then you can mix up the Asylum with P90X, and they have every day what you should do, which I think is very cool. I do like how Beachbody's doing that. They're showing you how to mix up different programs with each other, which is why I also got the Brazil Brazil butt lift, because I saw a lot of people on the P90X board saying that they mix this in, the women, and they really got their tushy tightened. It also comes with this, so the diet plan and then sports performance. This is more about calendars and like directions and stuff. Good book. The only thing I don't like about this is they talk about Shaun like he's the third person. They're like, Shaun likes this, Shaun likes that. I'm like, why wouldn't you just write it yourself? Like, I don't understand why he's not like, hi, I'm Shaun T, and here's what I like to eat, and here's what I recommend. Instead, they're like, Shaun likes to eat this. Shaun likes to drink his drink like this. Can you imagine if every time I blogged, I was like, Kelly likes this drink. Kelly's gonna drink it now. Kelly wants you to wait there while she's waiting, while she's drinking. Kelly likes that. Kelly thinks that's good. Kelly's gonna stop blogging now. Kelly, I'll see you tomorrow.